If you think a balcony makes the cruise, you're buying the brochure. I only book interior cabins and it's the best travel hack I use. You get the same ship, same shows, same sunsets on deck for hundreds less. Plus, blackout sleep, cooler temps and no awkward sightlines. In this video I'll map sandwich decks for silence, show you where motion is lowest and how to turn savings into real fun excursions, coffee credits and late-night pizza runs. Stay to the end for the sneaky layout cue that helps you avoid noise traps before you click book. Interior life, elite life. Lowest price, same ship. This is the main reason I book interiors. You're on the exact same ship for a fraction of the price. The theater, the pools, the shows, the ports. It's all the same whether you paid balcony money or interior money. On many sailings, the difference can be hundreds, sometimes thousands per cabin. I'd rather keep that cash for excursions, specialty dining or even another cruise. That said, there are trade-offs. You won't have a private outdoor space for sunrise coffee, and you can't just crack a door for fresh air. If you genuinely use a balcony reading, working, long sail-away hangs, you'll miss it. But most days I'm out exploring from breakfast to late-night snacks, and the room is just for showering and sleeping. Paying balcony rates for a space I barely touch doesn't make sense for me. With interiors, I still get the same itinerary, the same entertainment lineup, the same crew and the same memories. I'm not downgrading the vacation, I'm optimizing the budget, and because I'm spending less per night, I can choose a newer ship, a longer itinerary, splurge on the experiences I'll actually remember, like that helicopter tour or chef's table, rather than paying for a view I'll see all day from the open decks anyway. Better sleep, pitch black room. Interior cabins are sleep machines. No windows means true darkness, no sunrise blasting your face at 5:45 a.m., no glow from a pier light, no hallway light sneaking around the curtains. If you like to sleep in or you're crossing time zones, that pitch black cave helps your body catch up fast. It's also great for naps after long port days. You close the door and the world disappears. There are trade-offs. Without natural light, it's easy to lose track of time, so I always set alarms and bring a small travel clock or crack the TV to the bridge channel for a quick "what time is it" check. If you're someone who needs morning sun to feel human, you might miss that gentle wake-up a balcony gives. And yes, you'll rely on the AC instead of a breeze. But for pure rest, interiors win. Night shift workers, light sleepers, and families with kids who crash early all benefit. You can create the same darkness in an ocean view or balcony with heavy curtains, but it's rarely as complete. I sleep deeper, wake up less, and feel more rested for the fun stuff. Breakfast on the Lido, early excursions, late shows because my cabin isn't telling my brain it's morning before I'm ready. Quiet, if you pick the right deck. Interior cabins can be blissfully quiet if you choose the right spot. The sweet zone is a deck that's sandwiched. Passenger cabins above you and passenger cabins below you. That buffer shields you from chair dragging on the pool deck, late night baths from a lounge or early morning carts in the galley. I aim for midship, away from elevators and laundry rooms. Hallway chatter and dings add up over a week. Also check what's above and below on the deck plan. Avoid being under the gym, hello 6 a.m. treadmill thumps, or directly over the theater. Sound checks happen when you're napping. There are trade-offs. The quietest decks sometimes sell out faster or cost a few dollars more than the absolute rock-bottom options. And if you love being steps from the buffet, a midship sandwich may mean a slightly longer walk for your coffee. Still, it's worth it. A calm corridor means better sleep, easier naps, and zero surprise wake-ups. If the ship is new to you, call or chat the cruise line and ask which decks are fully residential. Staff will often point you to the hush zones. Bring soft foam earplugs just in case, but with a smart deck pick you'll probably never need them. Less motion midship, lower deck. If you're motion sensitive, interior cabins shine in the calmest part of the ship, low and centered. Think of a seesaw movement as biggest at the ends and gentlest in the middle. Cabins midship on a lower deck feel the least roll and pitch, so you're less likely to wake up feeling wobbly after a windy night. The upsides are real. Naps feel steadier. Showers don't turn into balance drills. You can enjoy sea days without reaching for ginger every hour. It's also a great pick for first-time cruisers who aren't sure how they handle motion yet. There are trade-offs. Lower decks can mean a few more elevator rides, especially if your favorite hangouts are up by the pools and buffet. And if you crave dramatic ocean views from a balcony, this strategy obviously nudges you toward an interior. But for comfort, it's hard to beat. Practical move. When you're browsing deck plans, aim for the middle third of the ship, 2 to 4 decks above the waterline, and avoid the very front or very back. Pack your preferred seasickness remedy anyway, you'll probably never need it, but it's nice insurance. Pick the calm zone and your cabin becomes a stable, quiet base no matter what the weather throws at you. I don't use balconies enough to justify cost. Here's my honest take. I love a sea breeze, but I don't use a balcony enough to pay hundreds, sometimes thousands more for it. Most days I'm out, shows, trivia, ports, late dinners, so the balcony becomes nice to have, not must-have. If you're like me and spend 90% of your awake time around the ship, that premium is basically a cover charge for a few morning coffees and 2 sunsets. There are upsides to balconies: fresh air on demand, a private spot when the pool is packed, and great views on scenic routes. If you're sailing Alaska, Norway, or doing lots of sea days and plan to camp out with a blanket and binoculars, the upgrade can feel worth it. But consider the trade-offs. That same money can fund specialty dining, Wi-Fi for the week, a couple of excursions, and still leave cash for cocktails. And you can still get your balcony moments on public decks, often with better angles and live commentary from the crew. My rule: if the itinerary is about scenery and slow days, I might price a balcony. If it's Caribbean hop and go, I pocket the savings and book interior. Spend where you'll actually get the joy, not where it just looks good in photos. Savings equal more fun. Excursions, specialty meals, Wi-Fi. This is the biggest win with interior cabins. Your budget stretches. The cash you do not spend on a balcony turns into the fun stuff you actually remember. Think snorkeling with turtles, a small group foodie tour, or that steakhouse date night you kept eyeing. Add in full cruise Wi-Fi, specialty coffee runs, and a couple of spa passes, and suddenly your week feels upgraded without paying balcony prices. There is a trade-off. You give up private outdoor space and that roll-out-of-bed ocean view. If you are a sunrise person who loves room service on your own rail, a balcony can feel priceless. But if your days are packed with ports and shows, an interior lets you pick and choose experiences instead of locking money into square footage you barely use. I like to treat the difference as a mini vacation fund. Price both categories, take the gap, and pre-book 1 or 2 wow activities. On scenic itineraries, spend a little of that on a specialty lunch with a view or reserve a quiet public deck nook during sail away. Bottom line, with interiors you trade space for stories. Most of the time that is a swap worth making. Quick check-in. If this is helping you plan smarter, tap like so more cruisers find it. Subscribe for weekly no-fluff cruise tips, and drop interior wins in the comments if you are Team Inside Cabin 2. I read everyone and share the best hacks in future videos. Now let's keep stacking value and make that saved balcony money work even harder for your trip. Cooler cabin, no sun baking the room. Interior cabins stay naturally cool. No glass walls soaking up afternoon sun, no heat radiating off metal railings, just a steady, comfortable temperature that makes naps dangerously good. If you run warm or you're cruising the Caribbean in peak summer, this is a quiet luxury. Your AC isn't fighting a greenhouse, so the room chills fast after a hot port day. Makeup doesn't melt, snacks don't sweat, and you don't wake up to a sauna because the sun found your curtains at 6 a.m. There is a trade-off. You won't get that soft, natural light drifting in, and if you like waking with the sun, you'll need an alarm or a sunrise lamp. Some people also miss cracking a door for fresh air, but the payoff is real: consistent sleep temps, better rest, and fewer mid-afternoon energy crashes because your room isn't an oven. Couple of easy tweaks make it even better. Bring a tiny travel fan for white noise and extra airflow. Use the cabin's thermostat early, set it cool before dinner so it's crisp when you return. And if you want a light boost, pop out to a public deck for 5 minutes of sun, then retreat back to your perfectly chilled cave. Cool, calm, and ready to do it all again tomorrow. Privacy first. No neighbors looking in. If you hate feeling on display, an interior cabin is bliss. No glass wall, no balcony across the way, no passerby on a promenade peeking through sheer curtains at night. You can change, nap or sprawl with room service fries without wondering who's watching. It's your little cocoon, great for introverts, families with curious kids, or anyone who wants to unplug without drawing the blinds every 5 minutes. There are trade-offs. You won't people watch from bed or sip coffee while scanning the horizon. And because you're not glancing outside, you'll rely on the ship's app or announcements for weather and sea conditions. Light lovers might miss the natural glow, so consider a compact sunrise alarm, or leave the TV on the bridge cam channel for a window vibe. Still, the privacy perks stack up. No dealing with neighbors smoking on their balcony, no late-night chatter drifting in, no awkward eye contact with the cabin opposite. Just close the door and reset. A few pro moves. Pack a small motion nightlight for midnight bathroom trips. Use the peephole cover or a sticker for extra peace of mind. And if you crave fresh air, grab 10 minutes on a quiet deck, then return to your private calm hideaway. Solo or friends, flexible bed layouts. Interior cabins are surprisingly adaptable. Most let you choose one queen bed or two twins, so you can cruise solo, share with a partner, or split beds for friends and siblings without paying sweet prices. Many rooms also add Pullman bunks or a sofa bed, so 3 or even 4 people can share and stretch the budget. Great for a friend's trip where the cabin is mainly for showers and sleep. There are trade-offs. When all beds are in use, floor space tightens and storage gets competitive. Pullman ladders and open sofa beds reduce walking room, and late-night bathroom runs require a little choreography. If you're taller or a light sleeper, ask for the twin setup with a nightstand in between. It creates personal space and a place to park your phone and water. A few setup tips make it easy. Request your preferred bed configuration in the app before sailing, or tell your steward on day 1. Use packing cubes and assign each person a shelf or drawer to avoid the daily "where's my t-shirt" hunt. Consider a slim over-the-door organizer for shared toiletries. With a smart layout and clear zones, an interior cabin handles solo trips or friend groups comfortably without paying balcony money. Upgrade roulette. Easy to score deals. Interior first, upgrade later. That's the sweet spot. Starting cheap keeps your deposit low and your options wide. As sale date approaches, revenue teams discount unsold ocean views and balconies. You'll see royal up-move-up bid for upgrade emails or app offers. Sometimes guest services or your travel agent can quote a flat fee. I've seen $49 $29 PP jumps that would have cost $600 if booked day 1. The catch: upgrades aren't guaranteed. Bids are non-refundable if accepted, and some wins move you to noisier spots or split-linked cabins across decks. You may also lose promos tied to your original category, free drinks, OBC on guarantees. Play it smart. Book a specific interior in a quiet zone, not a rock-bottom guarantee, so your baseline is solid. Set a max bid you're happy with and stick to it. Watch inventory 21/7 days out. When final payments hit, deals appear. If you need connecting rooms or a specific deck, skip the gamble. But if you're flexible, interior power upgrade roulette can net you balcony vibes for interior money. Safer storage. No balcony door worries.
No balcony means one less security stress.
There's no sliding door to accidentally leave unlatched. No wind tunnel slam risk, and zero chance of a curious neighbor peeking while you're changing. That makes interiors great for families and solo travelers who want a simple, secure box to sleep in. The trade-off is obvious. You lose private outdoor space and a fresh air exit. If that's essential, a balcony wins. But inside, everything lives in one controlled environment. Valuables in the safe suitcase under the bed, magnets on the metal walls to hang lanyards and hats. You're not balancing stuff near an open door or worrying about salty air on cameras. A few habits make it even safer. Use the cabin safe for passports, cards every time you leave. Zip bags and stash them under the bed instead of on the sofa, and keep a small crossbody by the door for CPAS, sanitizer and AirTag. With fewer entry points and smarter storage, an interior cabin is low drama, and that peace of mind is part of the value. Easy to find, tons of good locations. Another win for interior cabins, you can actually get the spot you want. There are simply more of them spread across multiple decks, so it's easier to land mid-ship near elevators or close to kids' clubs without paying a premium. That flexibility matters on big ships where a quick run back to the room can turn into a mile walk. Trade-offs? Interiors near busy stairwells, laundries or crew doors can be noisy, and if you pick too high or too far forward aft, you'll feel more motion and foot traffic. Aim for midship, decks 6-9 on many ships, and scan the deck plan for big white boxes, venues you don't want directly above or below. With more inventory to choose from, you get location leverage without balcony pricing. Booksmart, sandwiched decks for silence. If you want a quiet interior, book a cabin that's sandwiched between passenger decks. Sleeping guests above and below you, no buffet scraping overhead, no theater bass underneath, no late-night bar bleed-through. It's the simplest noise hack on the ship. Downsides? You might be a deck or two farther from the pool or buffet, and elevators can get busy at peak times. But the trade is worth it. Better sleep, fewer hallway carts, and less chair dragging at 6 a.m. Cross-check the deck plan. Avoid being directly under the gym, pool, or ludo. Steer clear of arcades and kids' clubs, and keep a few cabins distance from elevator lobbies. Book the sandwich, sleep like a rock, and wake up ready for port day. That's why I keep choosing interior cabins, maximum value, better sleep, and smarter locations without paying balcony prices for views I'll see all day on deck. Keep your cash for the fun stuff, excursions, specialty dinners, Wi-Fi while your room stays dark, cool, and quiet. If this helped, tap like and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next Sail Smart guide. Tell me below, are you team interior or balcony forever? And what's your best money-saving cabin hack? Next up, watch one of the 2 recommended videos. See you soon.